Voiceover script: a wild chase for a stolen truck in the San Fernando Valley. Voiceover script: a wild chase for a stolen truck in the San Fernando Valley.
Affected there, and you can see part of the fender even.
A suspect drove a reported stolen truck on only 3 tires for several miles during a chase across several Los Angeles County highways for several miles during a chase across several Los Angeles County highways. September 16th. Los Angeles. The chase began in Palmdale and traveled along Interstates 14, 5, the chase began in Palmdale and traveled along Interstates 14, the suspect drove off the shoulder of the road for approximately 28 miles. The suspect drove off the shoulder of the road for approximately 28 miles. As the suspect drove with only 3 tires during a wild chase from Palmdale to North Hills on Tuesday night. During a wild chase from Palmdale to North Hills on Tuesday night, causing sparks to scatter from the vehicle as the tire scraped against the road, causing sparks to scatter from the vehicle as the truck's tire caused it to become lodged, sending sparks flying as the truck's front tire caused it to become lodged, sending sparks flying as the suspect continued the pursuit.
Once again, if you're just joining us, you're taking a live look at a California Highway Patrol chase. Once again, if you're just joining us, you're taking a live look at a California Highway Patrol chase here down the California Highway Patrol. That stolen pickup truck on the run hour or so was going Highway Patrol 14 freeway. Going on for about a half hour or so. Was going up the southbound direction after a successful spike strip. Now we are heading in the southbound direction after a successful spike strip. Now you can see that tire is off with that front left wheel, and that rim, you can see that tire is off a little bit. He is on a rim, spark here. If he continues to smoke a little bit, the way he is, it's almost inevitable. He is doing about half the speed that he was earlier. It's almost still holding steady in that number 2 lane. We do not know how many people are inside earlier, but there are holding steady in that number 2 lane. California Highway Patrol units right there are at least 4 California Highway Patrol units right on his tail as he continues to do about 50 to 60 miles per hour. That will allow him to get off of this freeway. Other than that, the 14 that will allow him to get off of this freeway. Other than that, the 14 will make his way into the San Fernando Valley. If this pickup eventually make his way enough steam into the San Fernando Valley, GMC truck that is behaving surprisingly well, considering there is no tire there on that surprisingly well. But we'll see how much more tire there he can go here. He's starting to slow down a little bit, but we'll see how much more 40 to 50 miles per hour. He's starting to slow down a little bit, but still doing about 40 to 50 miles per hour.
He took a bath from the air. A sudden tear. He took a bath from. Old horse kept running, won the race. Found his way home. Old horse kept running, won the race. Dignity found his way home. With dignity and grace. Horse wins. Cowboy on the chase. Dust in the air. He took a bad fall. Dust in the air. Sudden tear. Took a bad fall. Old horse kept running, won the race. Found his way home. Horse kept running, won the race. Found his way home with dignity and grace.
Holding steady in the number 3 lane here down the 14 freeway at 50 miles per hour. In the number 3 lane here, not aware of anybody else other than the driver at this point. We are not aware of anybody else other than the driver at this point. A stolen GMC pickup truck. How many people might be behaving well here as he stolen GMC pickup tire. Behaving well here as he maintains control here. Front left tire. But we'll see how much longer that lasts. There are 4 black and whites. But we'll see how much longer that lasts. This truck over 4 black and whites to right behind at all. To pull this truck over, tried to pull him over about a half hour ago, going up the 14 freeway. Ever since they tried to pull him over about a half hour ago, turned around the 14 freeway and has covered quite a bit of real estate. And then turned around at triple-digit speeds until he has covered quite a bit of real estate. Front left at triple-digit speeds until he hit that spike. Starting to spark up here as he gets further down the 14. Really starting to spark up here as he gets further down the 14. Coming up on Placerita Canyon Road. And that rim is starting to wobble a little bit here. And that rim is starting to wobble a little bit here. At these might not be much left here of just chewing away at these speeds,
at that steel, and
just chewing away, maybe showing signs of slowing down a little more here, maybe showing signs of slowing down a little more here.
I don't know.
Or at least, yeah, you can see the metal coming off here.
I don't know. He's still traveling at a pretty
you can see
decent
the metal
speed.
coming off here.
I would say we've
Still
dropped another
traveling
10
at a
miles
pretty
per hour,
decent
so now
speed.
doing about 40
I would
miles
say we've
per
dropped
hour.
another 10 miles per hour,
According
so
to
now
our
doing
real-time
about
speed
40
tracker
miles
here,
per hour.
And
according to
you
our
can get a
real-time
really
speed
clear
tracker
shot now
here
of that front left rim.
you can get a
it
really
is-
clear shot
it's
now
on
of
that
borrowed
front left
time.
rim.
I can't
It
imagine
is-
he's going to make it
it's
into
on
the
San
borrowed
Fernando
time,
Valley,
but still, I can't imagine
seen
he's going
stranger
to make it into
things
the
in
San
the
Fernando
meantime,
Valley,
he is
but
not
still,
showing any signs
we've
of
seen
giving up.
stranger things. In the meantime, he is not showing any signs of giving up. Slowing down now about 25 to 30 miles per hour. Slowing down now about 25 to 30 miles per hour. California Highway Patrol coming up on the left rear. California Highway Patrol coming up on the left rear. More pieces of that rim falling off. He is going to be grinding to a halt
pieces of
here.
that rim falling off. He
Momentarily,
is going to be
without
grinding
that front
to
left
a
wheel.
halt
This
here
truck is going to start behaving very differently.
Without that front
but,
left wheel,
remarkable
this truck is
still
going to start
to
behaving
see from
very
this angle
differently.
just how
but,
he's able to maintain
remarkable
control.
still
He's essentially
to see from this
driving
angle
in a
just
straight
how
line
he's able to maintain
without
control.
a
He's
front left
essentially
tire
driving
and really without
in
a
a
front
straight
left wheel.
line
It is
without
barely
a front
circular
left
tire
and
and
really
really
without
without
a front left
able
wheel.
to
It is
move this truck
barely
at a pretty
circular,
decent clip,
and he is
with
still
those CHP
able
units
to
right
move this
behind
truck
him.
at a pretty
Now
decent
approaching
clip
the 5
with those
freeway
CHP
here.
units
We
right
have
behind
slowed
him,
down
now approaching
considerably
the
here,
5 freeway
about
here.
40 miles
We
per
have
hour
slowed
at
down
most,
considerably
I think closer
here,
to 30
about
here,
40
but he
miles
is,
per hour at
encountering,
most.
I think,
closer
a
to
traffic
30
break
here,
behind
but
him.
he is
And
they're
they're going to start to shut down the freeway
traffic
ahead of
break
him here.
behind
He's going
him.
slow enough
And
that they
they're
should
gonna
be
be
able
able
to
to
do
shut
that.
down
You
the
can
freeway
see
ahead of
California
him
Highway
here. He's going
Patrol
slow
at
enough
the entrance
that
ramps
they
here.
should be able to do that. You
And
can
they
see
are
California
getting
Highway
ready
Patrol
for
at
a
the entrance
felony
ramps
stop
here,
as soon
and
as
they
this
are
truck
getting ready
comes to
for
a stop.
felony
Hopefully
stop as soon
it
as
is
this
a
truck
peaceful end to this
comes
pursuit.
to a stop.
Here comes the
Hopefully
last
it
gasp
is a
from that
peaceful end
front
to this
left
pursuit.
rim. But here comes
As
the
he
last gasp
continues
from that
in the
front
number
left
4
rim
lane here.
as he continues in the number 4 lane here. Once again, if you're just joining us on abc7.com and our 24/7 streaming channel,
just joining us
you
on
are
abc7.com
and our 24/7 streaming channel.
California Highway
you are
Pursuit,
continuing to follow
Highway
this
Patrol
police
Pursuit, I should say.
California Highway
chasing
Pursuit,
down the stolen GMC
Highway Patrol
pickup truck,
Pursuit, I should say,
which has
hit a
chasing
spike
down
strip
the stolen
after
GMC
covering
pickup
a
truck,
good amount
which
of
has
the Santa
hit
Clarita
a
Valley
spike
up and down
strip
the 14
after
freeway,
covering a
now
good
approaching the
amount
New
of
Hall
the Santa
Pass
Clarita Valley up and
without
down the
a
14
front left
freeway,
tire,
now
and
approaching
very
the New
little
Hall
rim
Pass
left
to speak
without
of as
a
well.
front left tire.
He is
and
not
very
showing
little
any signs
rim
of getting
left to
off the
speak of
freeway
as
or
well.
pulling over peacefully.
He is
but
not
it
showing
does
any
look
signs
like
of
this
getting
truck
off the
is on
freeway or
borrowed
pulling
time
over
with
peacefully.
4, black
But
and
it
white
does look like
right
this
on
truck
his tail.
is on borrowed
Ready for
time
that
with
felony
4
stop that we
black and
expect
white
to see
here
here
right on
momentarily.
his tail.
Still
Ready
though,
for that felony
you see
stop that we
occasional
expect to
sparks
see here
flying off the front left
momentarily.
rim.
Still though,
You see
metal
occasional
coming
sparks
off the vehicle,
flying off the front left
it
rim.
is just
You
a
see
matter
metal
of minutes
coming off
before
the
he
vehicle.
eventually comes to a stop.
It is just
kind of
a matter of
waiting it
minutes
out
before
here.
he
They've got time
eventually
on their
comes to a
side,
stop.
and they've got
Just
all
kind
the
of
resources
waiting it
that
out
they're gonna
here.
need
They've got
to
time
bring
on their
this to
side,
an
and
end
they've
here.
got
It's
all
gonna
the
be up to
resources
that
vehicle
that they're going to
to
need
decide
to
when
bring
that
this
rim
to an
has
end
had
here. It's
enough.
going to be up to
And,
that
certainly
vehicle
we've seen
to decide
quite
when
a
that
quite a
rim
bit
has
of
had enough.
deterioration.
And, certainly
here
we've seen
in the last few minutes.
quite
Still
about
though,
doing about 40
40
miles per hour here in the last few minutes. Still though, doing about 40 miles per hour. We are now in the San Fernando Valley through the Newhall Pass.
We are now
all the way
in the San
down here
Fernando
from
Valley
Santa
through
Clarita.
the Newhall Pass.
Has
Now
made his
coming
way
up
all
on
the way
Granada
down
Hills
here
as he
from Santa
continues
Clarita.
down
The
now
5
coming
freeway.
up on Granada Hills as he continues down the 5 freeway.
He's got lots of wide open freeway to play with. That tells me that they may have been successful in shutting down maybe one or two exits ahead of him here. You can see mild traffic right in front of him here.
Exits ahead of him here.
No traffic
you can
coming
see
from the back.
mild
You can
traffic
see they have
right in front of him here.
a traffic
and
break
no
in
traffic
the rear
coming from
of
this
this
pickup
See
truck.
they have created
I am
a traffic
surprised
break
that
in the
this
rear
pickup
of
truck
this
is
pickup
still
truck.
moving.
I am
behaving
surprised
the way
that
this
it is,
pickup truck is
but,
still moving.
It certainly
and
appears
behaving the way that it is.
But it certainly appears
that he is just going to
that,
continue this joyride
for as long as that truck will hold up.
This
That
joyride
rim
is
for
really
as long as that truck will
leg.
hold up. But that rim is really on its last leg. A little more smoke coming from the undercarriage of the vehicle. That might be coming from the rim, presumably.
little more
It's still
smoke
pretty
coming from
hot.
the undercarriage
We
of the
haven't
vehicle.
seen,
That might be coming from the rim,
any
presumably.
change
It's
in
still
the
pretty
behavior of
hot.
this vehicle.
We
but
haven't
it's-
seen. Look at that. I mean, he's almost on the
any
axle
change
there.
in the behavior of this vehicle.
It's,
but it's
incredible. Look at that. I mean,
He's
almost
basically
on the
riding
axle
on
there.
3 wheels. It's incredible. He's basically riding on 3 wheels. Making his way further down the 5 freeway here in the San Fernando Valley. Coming his way further down the 5 freeway here in the San Fernando Valley. Coming up on Roxford
Hills to his
right,
Silmar
to his left.
The Granada Hills area.
CHP right behind him here as they just wait for this
CHP
right behind him here as they just wait
how much gas
for
is in the
this
tank. We
truck
don't know
to give
the
up.
circumstances
We do not know
surrounding
how much
this,
gas is in the tank. We don't know
this,
the
Grand
circumstances
Theft Auto,
surrounding
but
this.
it certainly appears
Grand Theft Auto,
but
he has been.
it certainly appears
Really,
I
he
have
has
to find
been-
out where this started, but we first caught
Really,
wind of it as he was
I
making
have
his
to
way
find out
northbound
where this
in
started,
towards
but we
Palmdale.
first caught wind of it,
and then
as
for
he was
some
making
reason
his way
turned
northbound
around in towards
and has now
Palmdale.
made his way all
And
the
then
way
for
down
some
here,
reason
first
turned around
on all
and
4
has now made
tires,
his way
at
all the
triple
way
digit
down
speeds,
here,
then
first
eventually hitting a
on
spike
all
strip.
4 tires,
and now
at triple digit speeds.
we are watching
then eventually
what
hitting a
remains of
spike
that
strip.
front left wheel
and now
continuing to
we
deteriorate.
are watching what remains
but
of that
allowing
front
him
left
to
wheel
continue this
continuing
chase
to deteriorate
into the San Fernando Valley,
but allowing him to continue this chase into the San Fernando Valley. Getting a closer look at that front left rim. Getting a closer look at that front left
very
rim.
strong rim that's allowing this truck to
clearly
continue to propel.
very, very strong rim that's
now
allowing
down
this
onto
truck
the
to
405
continue to
freeway as he
propel.
transitions to the
Now
405
down
southbound.
onto the 405 freeway as he
that truck
transitions
is
to the
still
405
still
southbound
moving at a pretty good clip.
I
I don't
that
know
truck is still
how they
still
designed
moving
that
at
rim
a pretty good
but
clip. I
it
don't
is
know
still
how they
to
designed that
take him
rim.
a
But
good
it
distance
is
here.
still
managing
I'm just
to
surprised
take him
that
a
rim
good
is still
distance
spinning
here.
the way it is.
I'm
But,
just surprised that
I mean,
rim is
look
still
at the
spinning the
behavior
way
of
it
the vehicle.
is.
He's really
But,
able to stay in that lane.
I mean, and look
almost
at the
as
behavior
if
of the
he's
vehicle.
got
He's
a whole
really
tire on
able
there.
to
It's
stay in that
remarkable.
lane.
Almost as if he's got a whole tire on there. It's remarkable. If I'm not mistaken, it almost looks like he's accelerating. If I'm not mistaken, it almost looks like he's accelerating. 405 freeway. I think he's picked up a little bit of speed to 55 miles per hour. Freeway, doing about with 50 to 55 miles per hour. Front left fender. It looks like it might be a piece of the fender dangling off the front left fender. It looks like it might be a piece of the fender. Still maintained remarkable control here. A few more sparks flying there. We saw a little smoke earlier. We saw a few more sparks flying there. We saw a little smoke earlier. We saw actual chunks of metal somehow flying. This truck is still drivable. I don't know how. Somehow this truck is still drivable. I don't know how, but 50 miles per hour down the 405 freeway. In excess of 50 miles per hour down the 405 freeway. One would imagine they might be considering another spike strip, maybe trying take a stab at that another spike strip tire, maybe trying some more sparks take a stab at that front right tire, some more sparks. It can't go on forever like this. That much we know, but we have seen it can't go on forever like this. That much we know, but we have seen quite a while. Some pretty crazy chases. This is going to be one of them. Quite a while. And the fact that he still has the other three tires. This is going to be one of them. Advantage here because and the fact that he still has the other three tires is really playing to his advantage here because that have gone on for Kia's drive on for even longer. So that have gone looks like he's coming to for even longer. So the end of this looks like left rim coming to as those sparks continue to fly. He's actually picking up even more speed. I think maybe those sparks closer to 60 miles per hour. Let's go ahead and throw more speed. I think tracker closer to 60 miles per hour. 70 miles per hour, generating all that heat. Almost 70 miles per hour, generating all that heat. Still controlling the vehicle. That explains those sparks. Driving pretty stably down the 405 freeway here in North Hills. Driving pretty stably down the 405 freeway here in North Hills. Still pressing that gas pedal, picking up even more speed here. Fortunately, a wide open 405 freeway here with very little traffic in his way. Wide open 405 freeway here with very little traffic in his way. Pretty light all the way down the freeway here as he makes his way past pretty light all the way through Van Nuys. He's continuing to hold steady in that Roscoe here. He's continuing to hold steady in that number 2 lane. Right next to the HOV lane there. CHP right behind him. Right next to the HOV lane there, CHP right behind him. And this is going to be the end of that rim as he goes down to the axle here. End of that lot rim more sparks flying. He goes down to the axle here. Coming from underneath that vehicle. Sparks flying. That fireball of sparks has certainly coming from underneath that vehicle. You know, that spike's job, but you still have those other 3 wheels. Look at he's pulling off now. Done its job, but you still have those other 3 wheels. Look at he's pulling off now. And just from the control of the vehicle, maybe it's going to come to a stop here. Just from the control of the vehicle that maybe, but it's going to come to a stop. Give it all it's got. Can't be very comfortable as he gets off at Roscoe Boulevard. Give it all it's got. Here he goes. As he gets suspect out of the vehicle, driver with his hands up. Here he goes. Suspect out of the vehicle, driver with his hands up to CHP at the end of the off ramp here. Ready to surrender to CHP at the Roscoe off ramp here. Hands up in the air. That wheel is gone. Roscoe exit. That is with his hands brakes up in the air. That wheel is gone. And that truck is basically brakes and hub right there. Distance. And that truck is basically with his hood up, gone the distance. Will be complying now with his hood up. California Highway Patrol commands. Will be complying it backwards with California Highway Patrol in the direction of those law enforcement officers backwards, with their guns drawn. In the direction of those law enforcement officers with their guns drawn. Suspect
prepared to give this up peacefully, stop here with the suspect. Nobody hurt. Prepared to give the suspect peacefully, hands on his head. Nobody hurt. Now about to be placed into custody hands on his head. Now high-speed chase into custody with a truck that just refused to give up. With only one spike strip is all it took. But that tire and that rim. Only one spike strip is all it took. Really, but that did the job here. That rim looks like almost like a brand new truck. It really did the job here. It looks like almost like a brand new truck. That is all she wrote for this pursuit. That stolen vehicle. That is all she wrote for this pursuit. That stolen vehicle. Probably now headed to that one. But yeah, this is over. Probably unbelievable. Probably totaled that one. But yeah,
the chase concluded around 10:24 p.m. The chase concluded around 10:24 p.m.
And he has been placed under arrest. In that truck, and he has been placed under arrest.